Already in the insider's room. It's called the NFL Props Report. I've got Bowser and Wrycape here to give three props each for what they like on Sunday. Uh, Bowser last year in the NBA playoffs was killing his prop report or prop bets in the NBA playoffs. So we got him on here for his NFL props. And Rye, he just keeps giving out winners in NASCAR, and we'll see if that carries over here to this show. So we'll start out with Rye. Your first prop up is Gibson over 61.5 rush yards. Why do you like this?
Yeah, this is Antonio Gibson for the Washington football team. He's the lead back. He should get most of the carries. I expect him to get anywhere in between 15 and 20 carries. I think this number is too low at 61.5. I expect to be a balanced run and pass. So I think he's going to get the ball a lot. I think he's going to get a lot of opportunity against this Chargers team. And I think he goes well over this 61.5. I actually have him at almost 72 yards. So I like how low this is.
All right. Sounds good. Bowser, you're up here. You're going with the quarterback coming off an injury here. And you like Joey Burrow to go over 260.5 passing yards.
Yeah, I really like Joey B here in this position. They're going to be going up against the Minnesota Vikings here. Minnesota Vikings got a really good balanced offensive attack there. So if that's going to put Joey B in the hole, we saw it all last year. As they were losing, Joey B was slinging the rock everywhere across the field, kind of thing, because that's the only thing that they could do to try to catch up to teams. So with that, looking back at Joey B's games, in fact, majority of them, he actually threw for just about 300 yards last year. So when you're giving me 40 yards less than his average last year, where I'm expecting, again, that the Cincinnati Bengals will kind of be down to the Minnesota Vikings, look for Joey B to be slinging the rock here. Again, in the second half, you might even look at something where Joey B only has 75, 80, 85 yards in the first half passing. But I would really look for him to increase his passing yards there in the second half. So I really like Joey B here in this position.
All right. Sounds good. Good logic there. Moving back to Rye here. You like Sanders over 2.5 receptions?
Yeah, so they're playing the Falcons this weekend. I expect that, Sanders isn't a big pass catcher, but I do expect him to be the dump guy to Jalen Hurts. So I think he goes over that 2.5 receptions. I got him for 4. But also I like the Jalen Hurts rushing too. I expect this team to run the ball a lot more than you usually see the Eagles do. And when they're getting pressure, he's going to look out to Miles Sanders. So I expect him to have around 4 catches.
All right. Sounds good. And it seems, back to you, Bowser, it seems like you got a running theme here with guys coming off of injury in the first week here. Your next prop you like is CMC over 44.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I love this prop right here. It's not very often that you see a guy who's injured for an entire year come out in the very first game and then get re-injured. And in fact, a lot of those guys that come off those big injuries tend to actually have some pretty good bounce back years. Kind of side topic, you can look at Saquon to have a nice little bounce back year. But what I really like here, I looked at the CMC's receptions. It was, I think, minus like 115 area. I didn't look at it closely, but it was the over-under was like, I think, 6 receptions. I looked at Christian McCaffrey's average yards per catch last year. I think it was somewhere around like 8.5 yards per reception. When you're looking at an over-under of 6, and then you're looking at Christian McCaffrey's average receptions per yard or per catch at 8.5, it's already throwing it up to like 48, 49, 50 area. So when you're able to go ahead and get CMC here for 44.5, you're giving yourself like a nice little 5-yard buffer there. Additionally, they're going against the Jets.
Oh, there
They
you go.
just don't have a very good defense. They actually look to improve their offense. So I look for CMC to get those dump down from Darnold, and then have a field day in the open field against the Jets.
All right, yep. As you said, mate, they're playing the Jets, so right there's an advantage to you already. All right, the last prop you guys got going for Sunday, you both like the same prop, so this one should cash you easily. We'll start with you, Ryan. Your Jalen Hurts over 46.5 rush yards.
Yeah, so Jalen Hurts is a mobile quarterback. I expect Sirianni to have a few packages for him expectedly to run. I think he's going to rush at least 10 times, just play calls. So, yeah, 46 is, I think it's way too low. He should hit at least 50. He's had a bunch of 50-yard rushing games last year at the end of the season. So I just think he's going to get better this season. And 46.5 is low to me. So I will be on that.
Okay. And Bowser, you like the same one here?
Yes, exact same one. And just an FYI for the squad out there, Ryan and I did not talk about this beforehand. So out of all the player props, this one caught both of our eyes here. So that should say something for all of our listeners out there. But I agree with Ryan 100%. Hurts is a mobile quarterback. If you go back and you look at, let's look at Kyler Murray, let's look at Lamar Jackson, let's look at Josh Allen, all mobile quarterbacks. And in the first couple of years, Russell Wilson, same type of thing. You're going to see those guys use their legs. They're going to be mobile. If the pocket dies down, they're not afraid to run. They're the fast, agile. They'll get the yards that they need there. Much like Rye said, 10 rushes here, but I could see Hurts getting 60, 65 yards offensively. From a receiver standpoint, they got Rager and they got a couple other guys, but they're mediocre. They're not like super standout athletes. So I would look for Hurts to make plays with his legs as well. So I'm taking the over 46.5 rushing yards for Hurts.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, that offensive line might have trouble. So
yeah,
he's going to be running all over the place. I think he has to take over the game, and this is a big part.
All right. And I guess wouldn't you guys agree though, if you're like really going to take advantage of like prop betting, especially in the NFL, that it's kind of key to have multiple books to shop around?
Absolutely. With props, they're different all over the place, kind of like NASCAR is. You're getting different prices from different books, and they change quick.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Jalen Hurts, I saw ranges all the way from 46.5 rushing yards, which I was able to go ahead and capture here. But I saw all the way up to 50.5 rushing yards, and that is at minus 115. So, there was 47.5. So it's kind of all over the place. I think the key thing here is to be able to jump on these lines early, because they do, especially if it's a good line, you're going to see it move 2-3 yards there, and that 2-3 yards can mean quite a bit there for us. So it's always good to jump on these early.
All right, sounds good, guys. We'll just do a quick recap here for everybody. Rye, you like Gibson over 61.5 rushing yards, Sanders over 2.5 receptions, and Hurts over 46.5 rushing yards. Bowser's going with Joey Burrow over 260.5 passing yards, Christian McCaffrey over 44.5 receiving yards, and like Wrycape, he likes Hurts over 46.5 rushing yards. All right, guys, thanks a lot. This will be a recurring weekly show, and we'll have these two guys on, and maybe we can get Greg the Greek on here, who likes his prop bets also. And every week these guys will be on giving out their prop bets, what they like for the upcoming NFL games. So thanks a lot, guys, and that's right, as you always say.
And also, it's week 1. Don't go too crazy, people.
Exactly.
But let's cash some tickets.
Let's cash some tickets. All right, thanks a lot, guys, and see you next week.
See you, squad.
Thank you.